When we look at the real estate market in Albuquerque, there's a lot of conflicting information. And what I want to do is dive into the data, show you exactly where we're at right now, March 2023. I've got the February sales data, as well as some of the year over year stuff that came in just recently. This is Tico Venturi, Venturi Realty Group, Keller Williams Realty. I do this all the time. I've been looking at the market data in Albuquerque for years, so I have a pretty good perspective, I will say, on what is going on. So I am going to jump to this chart right here. We are looking at the FHFA Home Price Index. They rank top 100 markets. We're, like 75 biggest market in the country. And what they look at is home price appreciation quarter by quarter. And what we're looking at here is quarter 3, 2021 compared to quarter 3, 2022. And one thing that's interesting about the FHFA data, this is based on homes that have a mortgage. So homes that have been financed through Fannie or Freddie. So they're showing about a 12% increase year over year, quarter 4 versus quarter 4. If I said that wrong earlier, I apologize. And they're showing it at 11%. That's a little bit slower than the previous read, which was quarter 3 comparing 13%. The other thing they look at is quarter to quarter change. So in the United States, it was 0.1%. In Albuquerque, it was a 0.6 is what they're showing. So that's from quarter 3 to quarter 4. I know a lot of quarters there, but you get the idea. The good news, and I'm going to say this just from the standpoint of a healthy real estate market, is that the pace of appreciation has slowed down from what it was about a year ago. Now, let's look at what happened just now here in the last couple of months, and that is looking at the February sales data. And so I got to get the right chart up here. There we go. All right. We are looking, starting right here, we're looking at median days on market. And this is one of those, good indicators of how much demand is out there, if homes are selling fast or if they're staying on the market a long time. We did go from these ridiculously low median days on market, 4 days, 3 days back in March of last year, meaning half the homes were selling in 3 days. It was wild. But what we've had this move up all the way through the January data. And now in February, we pulled back just slightly, 18 days. That's still historically, homes are selling very fast. And what we're seeing here locally in Albuquerque is homes that are priced to the market, good condition, popular areas, all those things that you would consider as important. Those homes are still selling fast, and we're seeing multiple offers on those type of properties. Of course, it's not across the board. It's not all properties. Now, let's look at prices, what prices have done. So we were looking at last year, through the end of 2022. Now we're looking at the first, in this case, 3 months. Let's see, we'll go right here. So it's December, so it's January and February. I guess just 2 months that we have so far. And what we're seeing is a 3% year over year increase. So this is a median price January or February of 23 versus February of 22. 3% increase in median price. Median price is very deceptive in analyzing price appreciation or depreciation. Price per square foot is a much healthier measurement in the sense that it kind of gets rid of some of those variables on smaller houses and those things that happen. So what we're showing here is a 6% increase February versus February in price per square foot. We definitely had that peak. I've been talking about this all year. Peak in May, June. Home prices pulled back slightly all the way through now to January, and now ticked back up again. So it's going to be interesting to see if the market has really turned. It sure feels that way. Everything we're seeing data-wise, list price data, which I don't have here, this is closed price, but list price data shows that everybody that are putting homes on the market, for the most part, are not concerned. We're not seeing big number of price reductions. So it does seem like the market is healthy from a price appreciation standpoint. We don't want to get it overheated, but it doesn't seem like there's any big red flags on some depreciation coming into the market. Now, the big thing that has happened is closed sales. So there's two different pieces we're talking about. We're talking about prices, which we've been talking about, but you've also got the number of homes selling. And the number of homes selling has declined substantially. Really starting back in May, June, we saw home price sales start to decline year over year for the first time. We're looking at the monthly chart here, but let me show you this. If we go to a rolling 12-month chart, what this is showing us is right now we're on an annual pace. This is a 12-month rolling, 11,000 homes in the greater Albuquerque area. So 11,266 homes. That is, I mean, you can see we're all the way back to 2018. If we go back further, so, this is a similar pace to 2016. So the number of homes selling is down quite a bit. There's no doubt about it. Demand has pulled back. I mean, we can see that in the data, not as many buyers, but supply has pulled back substantially. And so if we look at month supply, let me go back to the, got too much data here. Get rid of those. If we look at the monthly chart, month supply of inventory, number of homes on the market versus number of homes going off the market, meaning selling. And it's a good measurement. So right now we're at 1 month supply. That's traditionally considered an extremely strong seller's market, meaning very tight supply versus demand. Now, this is a little bit higher than we had last year. It's like 66% more. That's kind of interesting number. But again, last year we just can't compare anything to last year. It was such an unusual market with the low interest rates and the low supply. It really drove things up quite a bit. But the other thing that's really a trend that we're following and following closely is the number of people listing their home. This chart is the monthly number, but look at this. If we put it on a 12-month rolling, this is the number of homes getting listed for sale annually in the greater Albuquerque area. You can see this sharp dive that we've basically taken really started in the pandemic. That's this little blip down right here at the beginning of the pandemic. A lot of people obviously didn't list their home during the pandemic. It was steady there. And then really it's just been declining. A lot of reasons for that. People just aren't moving as often. A lot of people have great interest rates right now. They're locked in at these, I put the data up. What was it? 85% of people have a 5% or better mortgage rate, which is, 5% is still 2 points better than the going rate at 7% right now. So lot to watch there. One last thing, I can't talk about the real estate market without looking at mortgage rates, which I was just chatting about. 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So this is the chart as of today. It is the 7th. The average, and this is a national survey, 7%, just over 7%. So people are getting, for the most part, above 7%. There's a lot of different programs and things you can do to help with that. And, you can talk to a lender about that. But 7% mortgage is really put a pressure on a lot of people that want to buy from an affordability standpoint. That's a big change from what we had just a year ago. We go back 1 year and it was, right around 4%. So the mortgage rates, I think, are the thing to really watch in what happens with mortgage rates, because that's going to affect the market a lot. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how it goes. Right now, things are steady. There's plenty of buyers out there. I mean, it's not as crazy as last year, but there are definitely buyers out there that want to buy houses. If you need a market analysis on your home or need any information about the real estate market, you can reach out to me. I'm Tico Venturi. It's a Venturi Realty Group. You can reach us at 505-448-8888. Thanks. Take care.